Welcome back to Nature's Galaxy. I'm your host and talkative friend Luna. Thank you so much for stopping by, trusting me with your cards. I'm gonna jump right, and my internet is going in and out as it is now, so it's like fell asleep even in my ribbon from work. I was just crashed. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. This reading just feels like it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. So almost put a label on it. Never mind. So jumping in with the Kitten Tarot. Let's see. What does Virgo need to know at this time? What does Virgo need to know at this time? We have the Five of Cups. You and or other people feeling like they jumped the gun, certain situation. And you know what this also feels like? So I actually got an allergic reaction today. I don't know if you can see some of the redness and some of the bumps. So you could actually be like going through some seasonal stuff, or you know, you're just allergic to bullshit right now. That was your channel message earlier. And it's like people don't want that to be a thing. And it's just like you can't control the reactions that you have. Like some people could have been lying about you, lying to you. They don't want to tell you the full truth. It's just annoying. It's so annoying. You want to expand. You want to really shelter yourself away from too much judgment at this time. Like you've been really working hard. So the push for just getting more rest. There's also this need for other people to like truly come through for you. Like, who do you feel actually comes through for you? So the eclipses are actually going to be happening in your second house of value. It's also going to be happening in Aquarius. I believe that's like 8th house energy for you guys as well, potentially. So between your inheritances, things that you are prepping for in terms of, you know, just taking more control of your life in terms of your value, your finances, so on and so forth. You've gotten rid of a lot of things, people, places, so on and so forth over the years. It's bringing this Five of Cups energy to you now, where your identity is being rebirthed. Next, we have the Queen of Pentacles, of course, when it comes down to Virgo energy. It's just like these are like two of your personalities at this time. Like one of them like understands what's going on in the world and how sad you can be, and then the other version is just like, I'm gonna go spoil myself, I'm gonna go treat myself, I'm gonna go make sure you're putting a castor oil on, you're gonna put on your hair mask, you're going to do your skincare. Heavy on the skincare though that's coming through. So the Queen of Pentacles, when learning about tarot, so she is depicted as somebody who, when growing up, was made to feel like she didn't have this quote unquote inherent beauty. And of course that can be further from the truth, but you grew up having to build what your value looks like, how you present yourself to the world. You know, you've really had to work on your vanity. You've had to redo a few things in terms of how you love to look at yourself, how you want to look back at yourself in the next few years. Nobody cares, then why are you tuning in? That's kind of strange. Troll. So anyway, regardless of the troll that tried to comment on this video, and again, you know, I started this reading anyway being like, Virgo's getting rid of, you know, people who just don't matter at the end of the day. So what else for Virgo? What does Virgo need to know at this time? What else does Virgo need to know at this time? End the stream, or you can go away. Easiest thing in the world. So next we have the Queen of Cups. So there are different women that are going to be coming into your life at this time. You and them also want to, you're talking to yourself, you can do that in private. So we're gonna go ahead. What's going on? This is demonic. Da, 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 da. Go play a card somewhere else. Wow, there's a lot of like hateration when it comes down to Virgo. But, you know, someone told me yesterday that it brings on the views. So whatever. I guess I'm just here to ignore again. So on and so forth. So with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups here, yeah, you're going to be resonating with new people. You're going to have new, beautiful energy come into your life at this time as you get rid of, again, people that just don't serve you, things that just don't serve you. The Queen of Cups, you could be having this, oh, and wishes. The Bible doesn't speak of tarot cards. Then, wow, that's so weird. So you could just be attracting a whole bunch of trolls at this time, Virgo. Hold on. How do I, let's see, how do I block these people? Let's see. I'm just gonna hide the chat messages because I have to focus. So there's a lot of wish fulfillment to be coming your way. You have different water sign energies, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that are going to be helping you. I also feel like you are transitioning different people in your life. So maybe in the past there were different Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces people where it's very up and down. You don't necessarily know where they stand, and now you have different people coming in, filling in the gaps for them, where you feel a lot more happy with yourself and just resonating with more of what you truly enjoy. There's like something about plant medicine here, something about flowers. What I'm also hearing is jazz. So like you could be finding new people who enjoy the same music as you, so on and so forth. Let's see. Let's actually jump into the index cards. Let's see. Let's look at this Five of Cups. What's going on with the Five of Cups in terms of what Virgo could be going through at this time? Negative energy, repel. Okay. So again, just more clarifiers. People are trying to attack your heart to a certain degree. It could also be your throat chakra. But like I said at the beginning of the reading, there's this energy of just like you are allergic to the bullshit. You just don't want it around you. What else? We have central and sacral energy. So there are people that are coming back from the past potentially who dismissed you in the past, but now like want this resurgence of getting a key back into your energy, your sacral energy, your sacred energy. Let's see. What else when it comes down to the Five of Cups here? What else with the Five of Cups? Indulgence, intoxication, medicine, hedonism. So watch out when it comes down to different people who have a distorted solar plex. Right now, your energy wants to detoxify. So be careful as well with medicine. You know how sometimes, especially like if you are a caretaker to a certain degree, make sure that you are measuring everything out. Make sure that, yeah, I think that's pretty much the message. It's something about like if you take care of somebody who's a bit older, they also need to watch their medicine as well. New love of, what's this? I guess there's this new love of your personal space, your sacral energy, how you take care of yourself, how good you feel. There's also hard feelings because you just won't back down around certain things. So people love to try to put you in the state of hard feelings. And I guess for sure you've been thinking about this the last few weeks as well, potentially Virgo. This could have something to do with a mother, sister, aunt, somewhere in the matriarch For others of you, it has something to do with the network, grapevine, new source, so on and so forth. Let's look into this Queen of Pentacles energy. Self-care, love yourself first. Beautiful, beautiful. Expect more compliments to come in as well, Virgo, because not everyone is equally loved. People are jealous about how you're moving up in rank, but don't let this make you feel like you should quit. And it's not like Virgos are quitters anyway, you know? They're just not that those type of people. But there could have been in the recent history where you had this feeling of like, should I really do this? Should I quit or something like that? There's something about the home here. Not everyone is equally loved when it comes down to the home space. Like growing up, they were falsely indoctrinated. They were around a lot of verbal abuse. They were, or this could have happened to you, but you are detoxifying yourself. You're asking for help. You are, again, expanding your mind. It also seems like you want to expand your pocketbook as well. For others of you, if you haven't wanted to expand your mind, you haven't wanted to expand outside of what you know, you do have that right. But let's look into this home energy. Schemes don't care, businesses nurture. Yeah, again, this feeling of like, be careful who you listen to is what I'm getting. What really matters at the end of the day, Virgo? What really matters? This is not going to apply for all of you, but for some of you, you need to add honey into your rituals. It could be like love rituals. And again, coming back to skincare, you could put like honey on your face or something like that, so on and so forth. Let's see. It all comes back around, so make sure when you are transmuting the energy that it comes back in more positive ways for you. It's time to heal and see what's going on / changing. There could be other earth signs around you where you're all encouraging one another in this energy. If you have felt rejected recently, this is a push for you to see where things aren't personal. Like it doesn't really have much to do with you in certain situations. Maybe you have been boxed into something and you do believe that it's unfair, but it is time to heal and see what's going on and changing. So for others of you, if you are creative and you haven't really been, or let's say you have been abandoning your creativity, I do feel like, again, it's going to come back around. For some of you, it's kind of like you're not so much trying to go and escape into, what's the term? The past, nostalgia, so on and so forth. There could be some temptations around nostalgia, but I just don't think it's going to work. You would know this. Give people space to come back around when they know. I don't know. It's something about divine timing. There's a lot of like interruptive feelings or signals here. Upgrades. Yes, for some of you, you could be upgrading your friendships at this time. And some people do feel some type of way about that, and or there's upgrades to the home. If you have been battling with something in terms of your health, there are new scientific upgrades that are going to be really beneficial for you coming up. So don't lose faith, don't lose hope is what I'm getting. Call your power attention back to you. So this also is, make sure you don't put all of your trust and eggs into one basket. Let's see. You're being loud, others want to be soft. But I also think you're keeping things to yourself. I think this is what's going on internally, where it's like, but if I say something, but if I do something, and if I do XYZ, XYZ, or XYZ. So there is a little bit of people pleasing here. So, but then there is this notion of you needing to separate yourself for the time being so you don't slip and fall into this people-pleasing energy. You want to stay away from resentment as much as you can at this time, okay? So right now, if things seem very calm, just take it for what it is, take a nap, rest, so on and so forth, because the eclipses are coming, all right? Just making sure that you are putting your self-care and putting yourself as a priority first. For some of you, there is a challenge here to also invest in yourself, to prioritize yourself. You will win in the end, is what I'm getting. But you need to rebalance your root chakra. So work-life balance, feeling like you always need to give. Again, this people-pleasing energy, always feeling like you need to do this and do this and do this. There are different ways that you can go about this. We have commit, communicate. For some of you who are single, some people may want you to go out there, enjoy yourself, you know, meet new people, mingle, but you'll know when you feel confident enough to go out there and date again. But there is a pause here romance-wise, because you're going to be attracting this hot and cold behavior, and this as well can be very much a red flag. If you have been dating recently and you've been noticing this hot and cold behavior, pay close attention to it. Call your energy back, especially if you haven't committed to anything. And if somebody wants you to write something down, sign something, and your gut does not feel in full alignment with it, it's a no. It's a chop. It's what it is. All right, next we have the Nine of Cups here. So, wish fulfillment. You can't tell everything to everyone. Notification on my end. This is a beautiful time, since the eclipses are going to be happening in your second house and in your eighth house, to truly wish upon a star, in a sense, with what you truly want. Communicate to the stars, communicate in prayer, communicate in your rituals, whatever you do, you know, respect be upon your free will, okay? At the end of the day, I'm not trying to control nobody, that is for sure. But with the eclipses coming in, they are going to be taking certain things out so this new energy can come in. So this as well can contribute to your community, how you show up. This could also be in terms of something legal. You could be protesting, you could be advocating for certain things, speaking up more or less. Thank you for the likes on the way in. Thank you so much. And thank you for the other people who are being respectful during the live. I had to turn the comments off. I don't want to see it. I'm trying to focus on Virgo energy. You guys want the reading, need the reading? I'm here. And you know, everything else at the end of the day would just be a distraction. All right, here we go. Procrastination doesn't favor you all the time. Get up so you can attract what is truly meant for you. Okay? Procrastination doesn't favor you all the time. So recently, divine timing has been playing out in your favor, but I believe in the next week or two, it's time for you to be as Virgo as you need to be. Notification on my end, where you know where you show up sometimes before other people. You're diligent, making sure that you are looking over things twice. And what I'm also getting is, if somebody's trying to rework your organization skills, you have every right to push back in this situation, especially if you've been with a company for a while. If you are a voice against certain levels of people in high positions of power, I feel like, yes, you are rubbing them the wrong way. Yes, you are challenging them where nobody else can. Like, there could be something in your contract, whether it's spiritual or something that you're doing involving work, where the universe is going to get you, let you get away with it. So use this in the most divine and highest way possible, because you don't want this coming back onto you later. We have lovely friends and family. So these new friends or family members, I mean, we can't really switch out family members sometimes. Now you could have new family members that are coming in, but I also believe like they want to help you as well. They want you to achieve a higher level. Again, there's something about nostalgia, something from the past. What I'm getting, 2022. I don't know if that's going to resonate for somebody, not everybody. But along the lines of these lovely friends and family, they don't want you to procrastinate. But what I'm also getting, this could be different people in your network. They're just like, come on, like, we know that you can produce excellent work. Your vitality with the things that you do are phenomenal. So they want you to keep going. So there is a challenge for you to also remove your blockages coming up. Let's see. Observe your surroundings, be fearless. Now, for some of you, you could be tripping over your words. Your eyes are moving too fast. Yeah, make sure that you already have it. There could be some individuals that want to get you in trouble coming up. While you're being fearless and out in the world, yes, you need to do your due diligence. You need to call people up. People want you to feel nervous because you're beautiful, you're out here attracting the things that you want. It's definitely a them problem. Undoing, new skill, relearning, hair and nails. So the universe wants you to make sure that you're doing a great job with your upkeep around your nails and hair. Some of you could be getting a new hairstyle. Some of you guys could be getting a new nail shape coming up. But there is this push for like new friends coming in, new supporters, new people who really want to elevate you. We also have believe. Yeah, you gotta believe it. Believe this. You could have been dealing with some alcoholics in the past, or maybe you're having some back and forth with people who drink a little bit too much. Like, it triggers you when people drink too much around you. Like, you're leaving the function. You're the SpongeBob meme. All right, I'm gonna head out. That's what it's giving. So be aware for others of you with how much sugar you intake when it comes down to your drinks. That's for some of you, not all of you. Hater, liar, negative thought. Now, if you're single, trying to date, you might be going to a bar or a club. Don't trust everyone with your drink. There is a hater. There is a liar. They want your guard completely down. So if you don't have or trust your friends coming up to go to the bar, sit out. Sit out. You love staying at home and enjoying how much you paid for rent, where it's just like, you know what? I need to do some laundry. I just like did the blankets over here. It's all fluffy. It's nice. You know, I guess like some of you have like Netflix, HBO, Hulu, you know. You might cook yourself a nice meal for the weekend. Might get a head start on meal prep. That's what it's giving. It's just, y'all stay over there and I'm a stay over here. Something like that. This hater, liar, negative thought, they want your energy. They want the 15 seconds of fame. It's no longer 15 minutes. They want the 15 seconds of fame. So as well, if you're a content creator and you're out in the world and you're making content, yes, observe your surroundings and be fearless, because there are going to be people who want to like pop up and try to like interfere with you trying to make content, something like that. I don't know. It's up to you if you want to keep it in your content. That's completely up to you. We have manifesting. Some of you are going to be manifesting off of the haters energy, off of the liars energy, off of the negative thought energy. You're going to be alchemizing it. It's wonderful for you. I also believe that old confusing conversations or third-party situations, whether in romance, friendship, networking, all of the truth is going to come back up for the next 7 to 8 months. So where you were deeply confused over the last several weeks, months, years, something that affected your heart, it's all going to come up to the surface soon. Okay? So, watch your thoughts. We also have fire. So you could be dealing with a fire sign or something that involved a fire, like a physical fire. It was due to a hater. It was due to a liar. It was due to someone trying to distract you with the power of negative thoughts. But instead, yeah, you were distracted. There was something with the fire. That's not for everybody. Now, again, this could be mental. It could be spiritual. For others of you, you're calling upon the deity of fire. That's not going to resonate with everybody. Do not worry. Don't make it fit. You are open to using your free will in every way. Okay? I am not trying to convince you. I am not ordained, okay, in any type of church. I just study religions. I study spirituality. It's just what I've been doing for well over 10 years. Well over 10 years. So I'm just putting it out there. All right. What else? Be serious. Be for real. Okay. High frequencies, fix your vibe. Okay. Okay. We could do that. I almost said Aquarius. You could be dealing with Aquarius. You have Aquarius in your chart, so on and so forth. All right. I'm going to be using the Sarcastic Scorpio Tarot Oracle. So be serious, be for real. What's this energy about? What's this hateration about? Because these cards, they gossip. They tell everything you need to know. All right, this hater, liar, negative thought. What's this about? They're upset over your growth. So it says, learn the lesson, receive blessing. I think it should say blessings with an S at the end. Because I believe blessings come in through, like plural. It's always like more than one. Blessings just don't come in like one thing. Once you call upon gratitude, forgiveness from the Most High, blessings on blessings. It's never like that one blessing. The universe, God, whoever you pray to, whoever you know is up there, they don't do just one thing where it's just like, oh, you're right, you're just allowed one blessing. No, it's the divine doesn't work like that. But you have haters, liars, they don't want you to receive your full blessing. Now, this can be old energy as well, where it's stuck in the body somewhere. And you acknowledge this. Yeah, twin flame, he's a runner, he's a track star. So toxic masculine energy. Fortunately, so you know. Also have Libra. So it could have been a male Libra that has her. This energy is coming here. And then we also have fire. So they set you ablaze just to leave you. But now it's time for you to grow from the ashes. So A little bit of Scorpio energy coming through here as well. This toxic person from your past wanted you to surrender your power away, but the divine, like, even if for a second, like, you had a moment of weakness, the divine was not going to let you do that. The divine wants you to remember that you are strong. You are strong in spirit. So next we also have twin flame again, but this is also the woman version of it. Let's see. Forgiveness. Yeah, and then we have Scorpio energy here. We have Aquarius energy. We have Cancer energy. We have Lovers. So let me not confuse myself too much. So you could have this in your chart. Let me give it a few more shuffles. What's this twin flame energy? Okay. A soul tie, but it's giving BDE even if you don't have the D. I feel like this is going to resonate for who is watching this, because for me, I'm kind of like completely tapped out. I'm just like, when a reader doesn't necessarily like resonate with certain things, like, we can understand like, oh, this is yellow, this is orange. But for instance, let's say it's like an offset color of magenta. But in this situation, it's like an offset situation. So I can't necessarily truly tap into the depth of this, but it seems like you would understand this more than anything else. Okay. So this twin flame Libra male made you or tried to make you the twin flame of them. So there is this back and forth energy of who can cave, who can possess the other's thoughts process. Am I saying that right? Scorpio energy. So the twin flame for the woman would be a Scorpio. The twin flame concerning the man would be a Libra. Okay. The Libra has options. That's important to say for somebody. The Scorpio is still hung up on their ex. So again, this third party energy here. But it's important to fit yourself where this resonates and try not to contort your energy into something that truly doesn't resonate with you, okay? Toxic, yeah. For at most, if this was love, 4 people were all involved. That's not for all of you, but for some of you. For some of you, this actually could have been a spiritual thing, a mental thing. You're getting over your toxic past. That is the negative stuff. What is this watch your thoughts on fire energy? Boundaries. No is an entire sentence. Chop. This is what I'm getting. Just chop. I guess that's what I'll label this reading for Virgo. Chop. We have Capricorn. You need boundaries with the Capricorn coming up. And potentially a Cancer. Even if they are a soulmate, a friend, a loved one. Yeah, definitely new boundary. Or maybe you have Cancer in your chart and you need new boundaries with your friends and family. You might feel taken advantage of to a degree. But let's see what that would be about. How does Virgo feel taken advantage of? Through relationship. It says protect, be stingy with your energy. We have, somebody wanted you to surrender to their red flag bullshit energy. And that's just not going to happen. The divinity's just not going to allow it. Execute your mission. Oof, tripping over my words again. I was fine all day. But there's something like very timid, very coy about this energy. Let's see. Yeah, If you see red flags, don't go ahead and buckle at the knee. You need to go ahead and face this head on. You need to protect your energy. You need to establish boundaries. And for some of you, if you have been coy when it comes down to your loved ones, your friends, so on and so forth, but like they keep disrespecting you in certain ways, the boundary is going to shake them up, but they will appreciate you setting the boundary, which would potentially also make you furious, because it's like, so then they have to omit, they have to admit that they were taking advantage. Ask again later. You already know the answer. You just don't like it. It's time for you to manifest joy. It's time. It's time to manifest joy. And if you're not on the road, you're about to be on the road. You are divinely protected by your ancestors, people who have passed over, whomsoever you pray to. There are some entities that are trying to come through, so heavy on the prayer energy coming through. And this is also trying to manifest in terms of union. So especially if you're single at this time, if the devil can't get to you, they're going to potentially try to send a toxic relationship your way. Move slowly. Shadow work. It will challenge your shadow work at this time. But if it's already challenging your shadow work, you need new perspective. You are shedding in new ways, in different ways. So as well, be mindful, be careful if you are religious, you know, just putting it out there. If you are religious and you're trying to confide in someone you believe to be higher in spiritual rank or higher in some kind of teaching, so on and so forth, don't, it's something here saying like, don't tell them everything. Now, you do what you will, but it may set you back. Not everyone has good intentions. There's something about your energy, something about your light, something about your flow, something about how you also move out in this world and how social you are in certain situations. You don't know who carries that evil eye towards you. And for some of them, it can be subconscious. So be very mindful. Don't trust certain people at all with your love life right now. Not to say that you should isolate yourself, but there will be signs. There will be signs. But you'll feel it primarily in your gut. And what I'm saying is that it's also going to... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hop off in just a moment. But the last two cards, we have Shadow Work and Soulmate. Your relationships at this time are going through a detox. Your friendships, family, so on and so forth, they are also going through growing pains. Then you can't help them with everything. You have a generous and beautiful heart, but you cannot help them with everything. Here we go. Virgo, bottom of the deck. No words needed, Virgo. All right. I'm gonna hop off of here. Goodness. My sentence structure, my grammar. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a great night, morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you watch this, whenever you come back and watch this, so on and so forth. I will talk to you guys next time, but also, again, thank you so much for your likes and the people who were respectful throughout this reading. I hope you have a good one. Talk to you soon.